Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Cool Lemon 100X. How y'all doing? Welcome to another video. Yep. We're going to be doing a tutorial. We're going to be making and how to do photo manipulation icons. I know it sounds a little difficult, but it's very simple. It's easy. Pretty easy. So, I'm going to go over a couple of things we're going to be making. We're going to be making something like this. These type of icons here. So, just to give you a brief look of how they'll look. It's just bringing a realistic background to life. And you can see different icons I've made as well that I have made personally. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we're going to be making that. Now, it's a very simple tutorial. It's not easy. Well, it is easy, but it's depending on how you create it and how good you are in Photoshop. So I want to open up Photoshop CS6, CC, or any other Photoshop that you use. I recommend CS6 because it's simple, whatever. So you want to go to File, New, and you want to copy down these width, height, and resolution. You can have a resolution of anything that you want. I just recommend 72 for this tutorial purposes. But different icons got different resolution for you to see smaller and bigger. So that's up to you. Alright, so you want to press OK. Now after you do press OK, you want to unlock the layer and you want to make your ruler. So you want to center everything. So I like doing it, just taking two rulers and just centering the center so I know where the icon is going. Now another thing I want to do is I want to delete the background like I use in my magic tool and deleting the background there. So I like to zoom in a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. A little bit right there. So you can go in about this percentage here so you can see what you're doing. Alright, so what you want to do is go to your shape tool, which will be your rounded rectangle tool, and you can put the radius on anything that you want. I recommend 15 or 20%, which will be more efficient for you. So yeah. So after you've done that, you want to fill in the layer with white. I recommend white anyway, so it's a little bit better for you to see what you're doing. Alright, after you do that, you just want to make a nice little size here. So about this big. I'll go about that big. So what you want to do is just resize it, and you want to make it a smart object. Now, just resize it, make it a little bit bigger. Just make it a size so it won't bleed the edges. You just see everything you're doing on the edges here. You just want to put it in the center of the rulers. Make it just a little bit smaller. That's right there. That'll be perfect. So right now that you have the rounded edges a little bit, you got the nice rounded edges for 15% for your radius. So in case people don't know how to do it with a smart object, you want to right click on your mouse and right click on the layer and convert to smart object. That's what you want to do. After you convert it to a smart object, you want to make the black shadows, which you didn't notice. If you look at the edge, I'm going to show you a little bit here. Go back to the behance. Well, I think you will be able to see it a little bit, but you can see the edges here got a nice little shadow a little bit. So all you want to do in order to do that is you want to double click the layer, open up drop shadow, leave it at 75%. You want to put the distance down to 2, and you want to put everything else on 0. After you've done that, you got your nice distance, and you can up the opacity if you want it deeper, if you want it at 75%, but 72, 75, it doesn't matter. You can put it on anything that you want. After you do that, you're cool. So the next thing you want to do is you want to double click inside of the smart object layer. So you want to double click it and press OK. It should comes up file to save commit, the changes, anything that you want to do in the background. So you want to do that. Now what you want to do, guys, is you want to make a new layer. Hold Alt on your key, and it should be an icon that comes up with a square box and a left arrow going down to connect that arrow. Then you want to rename the arrow background. Alright. After you've done that, you can read the rectangle, whatever color that you want. Now you want to zoom back into this a little bit so you can see what you're doing. Now for the background layer, you'll be able to make it a little bit smaller if you want, but you see, it doesn't matter what you do, it's still on the same size. But what you want to do is make it a little bit smaller, because when you go inside of it, it's not going to be as big. Let's just make it a little smaller. Well, no, take that back. Don't apply. Right click, convert it to a smart object. Now make it a little bit smaller. Now you should be able to make a nice size here. So you can definitely change the rulers for different sides, but you don't have to, just to see the bleeded edges. So you can take it down with your arrow or even it up anytime you want. That's up to you, but you don't really have to worry about that at all. It's just self-explanatory, but it's pretty much up to you if you want to do that. But if you want to resize it or whatever, that's up to you. But you don't have to. I'm just telling you for tip purposes, you don't have to, because when you log back out of this layer after you've done going back to the main layer here, it's just changes that you're doing to that layer. So when you exit out, press yes, it's saved to it. So when you go back in the layer, your background layer is connected. Now you want to convert your background layer to a convert smart object. And you got to rename it background again. I'm sorry about that, guys. You have to do it after you convert to a smart object, which is weird, but yeah. Then you want to log back into the smart layer, double click it, and that will come up, and your background where you can create your manipulation. Now you can do this in various ways. Well, what I like to do is my color correction. You can definitely go buy my color correction in my Selfie account, which is the Master Everything account. Link will be in the description below for my graphic store. Go to my description, or it should pop up in the video here. But we're going to open up my color correction here, and we're going to use the photo that I already have in the color correction, and we can choose which one that we like. Now with my color correction, you got variations of color correction that you can use, which are up to 25. So we're going to find one that's pretty cool. I think 23 would be cool. So I already have a picture here, so I'm just going to unlock it from my pack here that I'm going to be selling on Selfie, by the way. So we're going to use color correction 23. So what you want to do is move it to your layer 2. Now you won't be able to see anything because you got to zoom out, and you'll see the box here. Now to make this a little bit more of the size of the icon, you want to right click and convert it to a smart object. Now you want to hold shift for PC users. I think it's control for Apple Mac users or whatever. This, yeah, I can't think of it right now, but you know, I'm not using a Mac, so shift, hold shift, make it the right size of the icon. Just pick what side of the picture that you want it to be on. So I like the mountains. The mountains right here about there. So you want to press the space bar, place the file, press place. All you want to do is rasterize, and you want to go to your crop tool. This is all you have to do. Go to your crop tool, press enter twice, enter, and it'll crop out the edges of the background. Now you've done that to look a little blurry, but when you back up, it's a little bit more cleaner. Now we're going to add the color correction. So you want to go to your color correction here out of my pack. If you buy the pack, will be in the link in the description below from Master Everything account. Also, we said we're going to use color correction 23, right? So you just want to color correction, and you want to move the color correction over to your next layer for your layer 2. So after you've done that, it's a little bit bigger, so you can open up the color correction there. So it's still got the same identical size. Or if you're a little bit more technical and you want to minimize it, you can just hold shift and hold the edge, and you can move it back up to the corner. So it'll look more like that, a little bit more centered. Or you can make it a little bit smaller if you want, so it'll look more like that. So you can do that, and you got your color correction on there too. Now after you've done that, it's very simple. All you want to do is just exit out and press yes. After you've done that, you want to exit out and press yes again. Then you want to go back to your first layer, and that's your icon there. Pretty cool, right? You're like, oh cool, like that's sweet as heck. Also guys, the next thing you want to do is you want to add your icon, which I have here, which is my social media icon here. I think we're going to pick Twitter. Turn on social transition, transform controls, send transition, and all that. Alright, so all I like doing, convert to smart object, zoom in a little bit, turn on your show transform controls, center it. Now what I like to do, if you can't see the tool, you can either do this in two ways. You can go here up the drop shadow. You can do that if you want to make it a little bit more realistic or something like that. You can do that too, just up the distance. You can do that, or you can do this in another way, up the stroke bring it down to like about 2%. Right now, pass it now. You can do it that way, or you can do it this way. You can up the layer, all right? Make a get a paint bucket, put your color on black, which will be turned to black here. Black the background. Make sure you hold Alt, put it on a rectangular tool. You can bring down on pass it a little bit, and that's what it'll look like as well. So very easy to do these icons, man. Let me hide the ruler. Very easy to do. Simple, clean. So when you back up, you can see how clean it is, but when you zoom in, it's all blurry. You can be able to see it. But once you zoom in from a far distance, you can definitely see how clean and how, you know, demanding the background is. You can see photo manipulation. You can see the mountains and the sky and the color correction all in the same thing. So that's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next tutorial or the next video or whatever I post after this. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. I'll put the link in the description below. My dog is barking, but he's pretty cool. I'm looking at him. All my links will be in the description below, and also other links to the type of games I like. All the stuff will be in the link in the description below. Make sure you hit the video. That should be popping up right about now. The other navigation, the other video that's available on my channel as well. And also you can hit the eye in the upper right hand corner to watch more videos and get yourself a nice t-shirt to wear to represent the Red Sea and also Cooler Man 100X fan base. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here. Catch y'all on the next video.